What's your view on where Labor goes for those midterm targets? The opposition leader and the climate spokesman, Chris Bowen, today both saying that they will detail, where Labor is heading after Glasgow. I know you're calling for more ambition, but if they are cautious, can you understand the caution given recent political history?
Oh, absolutely. And I think if you've got an international conference with every nation in the world represented, that it makes powerful common sense for the opposition party in Australia to say, well, we're going to absorb what happens at that conference. We're going to take into account what's being said there. You've had a commitment from the Chinese only in the last few days. When China says we're going to decarbonise our Belt and Road, and we're going to do that off the back of a decision that we will not fund any more coal-fired power stations outside China, you ought to be seeing what more is said by China when it comes to coal-fired power domestically. So this is moving pretty fast. It's moving in the US Senate. Because of the difficult position that President Biden faces with his altogether admirable initiatives on climate, you've got the prospect of 2 Democrat senator defections taking the guts of his climate commitment out of that $3 trillion social welfare spending bill. And that would be the Biden commitment to see that by 2035 the entire American electricity grid was decarbonised. So this has got moving parts in it, both encouraging and both discouraging, and federal Labor's entitled to say, let's see how it's played out in and around Glasgow.
And just quickly, almost out of time, but do you expect blowback from allies like the United States, particularly in the context of the recent AUKUS deal?
No, I think America is very cautious about throwing its weight around, and Americans are very often conscious of not appearing to be bullying allies, friends, partners. And so I think traditional American courtesy cuts in. But I do know that they're taking, in and around the White House, they're taking a keen interest. I know the Turnbull-Rudd Carr letter was read in among the advisors to the US president, and they do when American leaders, Democrats and Republicans, talk about a global climate alliance led by the United States, all those nations taking climate very seriously and elevating it, they never nominate Australia. They talk about Japan, New Zealand, other American friends and partners being part of this, but neither side, in speculating about a global climate alliance, nominates Australia. It's as if that's an area where you simply don't count on Australia being at all remotely enlightened or cooperative.
Former Foreign Minister Bob Carr, appreciate your time as always. Thank you for that.
Pleasure, Kieran. Thank you.